Hi everyone, welcome back to Wesno's Tech News and Reviews. Today we'll be doing a heart rate accuracy test as well as the GPS accuracy test of the Amazfit GTR 2e versus the Amazfit GTS 2 Mini. Without further ado, let's get into it. So just recently, we have actually tested the Amazfit GTR 2e versus the Coros Space 2. And the Amazfit GTR 2e just didn't do too well. Well, let's hope that it shows some better results against the GTS 2 Mini. So basically, the GTS 2 Mini is the cheapest smartwatch in the Amazfit watch range. Now, the Amazfit GTR 2e as well as the GTS 2e are the mid-range smartwatches between the GTS 2 Mini and the flagships, the GTR 2 as well as the GTS 2. So they've got quite a lot to offer. So if the GTS 2 Mini as well as the GTR 2e have dual input GPS, they both have AMOLED displays, they're both water resistant. So the GTS 2 Mini has 70 sport modes plus, while the Amazfit GTR 2e has 90 plus. Continuous heart rate monitoring. There is SpO2 measurement on both. They've got 3 sleep stages, so they will be measuring your deep, your light and REM sleep. They will give you advice if you go to the Zepp app on your smartphone. So there is a lot that these two smartwatches can do. Also, all sport modes are actually gold based, so we can say that these two smartwatches are quite advanced, and most importantly, they're from the same brand. But the GTS 2 Mini is very accurate, even though it's the cheapest smartwatch in the Amazfit range. So the GTR 2e did have a history previously when it was just released about 6 months ago. It wasn't too good on the heart rate accuracy nor GPS accuracy, but with all the updates that Amazfit has supposedly done, we are expecting an improvement. So let's get into the test results. So how was the test performed? So I was actually out on a walk from Hammersmith Bridge all the way down to Chelsea. So that is an 11-kilometer walk. So I was measuring the GPS distance on my Samsung S10, while the heart rate accuracy and the heart rate benchmark was actually performed by my Polar H10 ECG chest strap, which was on my chest all the time during the walk, and that walk actually lasted for 1 hour and 50 minutes. So first of all, let's look at GPS and then we can look at the heart rate accuracy. So we know that that walk is 11 kilometers. That's the length of the route. Now let's see what the GTS 2 Mini actually came up with, and we can see that it came up with 10.62 kilometers, so off by 380 meters. And that is actually a difference or an underestimate of 3.5% in regards to the GTR 2e. So here the numbers are not as good, because we can see that the numbers were off by 880 meters, and that is quite significant. That's a difference of 8%, more than double the difference as calculated by the GTS 2 Mini. We can see a big break in the last 30 minutes of the walk, and that is where the GPS connection has pretty much failed on the watch. It didn't fail on the GTS 2 Mini, but it did disconnect on the GTR 2e, and hence this humongous difference. Anyway, let's take a look now at the heart rate accuracy. So we can actually see that the Polar H10 ECG chest strap has measured the average heart rate at 104 beats per minute over the 1 hour and 50 minutes of walking, while the max heart rate was registered at 118 beats per minute. Let's see what the GTS 2 Mini has come up with. So the GTS 2 Mini has actually registered the average heart rate at 106 beats per minute, which is 2 beats per minute higher than the Polar H10, and the max was registered at 123 beats per minute, which is 5 beats per minute higher than what is registered by the Polar H10. So all in all, the results are within tolerance limits. So the average is off by about 2%, while the max is off by just under 5%. Now, if we take a look at the results from the GTR 2E. So the average was measured at 105 beats per minute, while the max was registered at 127 beats per minute, meaning that it is closer to the average than the GTS 2 Mini, because the overstatement is just 1 beat per minute, or just under 1%, while the max is at by a whopping 9 beats per minute, and that is around 8%. That is quite significant, and that is way higher than what we have seen on the GTS 2 Mini. So all in all, what are we seeing from the GTR 2E? Have there been massive improvements in GPS accuracy as well as heart rate accuracy? Well, I can say that compared to the tests that we have done ages ago, 5-6 months ago, when the GTR 2E was just released, yes, improvements have been made, and they're visible and evidenced. But the GPS accuracy is still off by quite a bit. But we can see that the GPS accuracy is better, but it's still off. In regards to heart rate accuracy, well, this is quite interesting, because we have seen on the GTS 2 Mini test as well as the test against the Coros Pace 2. So the heart rate average is quite sharp, but it's the peaks that are just getting overstated. So there is some work still to do by Amazfit for the GTR 2E, and I expect for the GTS 2E. Anyway, thank you for watching this test, review and comparison of the Amazfit GTS 2 Mini as well as the Amazfit GTR 2E. If you did find this test, review and comparison useful, please drop us a like, and if you want to see more of the same, you know what to do. Please click on the red subscribe button below the video, and we'll see you in the next one.